Zwei High School.
Oh, okay.
June 2nd, 1988. There's the traffic cop. Come in yet?
Please slide over so that everybody can sit in the proper section.
This is all the seniors.
For 12 years. It is a small token of appreciation that we have for you and for your parents. That's why we've asked those who are award winners to join us today. On behalf of the whole school, some are given on behalf of the best achievement in the class for the year. So as the day unfolds, I'd like you to show your appreciation at the appropriate times with the appropriate response.
what is delaying things here, that more and more students keep coming in.
That's all. The name. Something.
These are the 7th graders. Got a smile out of her. I can just see her through
If you are very proud of an also, or she would have been here. So without further ado, because of the delay we've already had on it, I will now turn the program over to Mr. Nukala, our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the fair roses fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombers stinging in air, gave through the night that a man was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
very nice.
The emphasis today in our program is right where it belongs, on our students. We're very proud of the accomplishments of our students here at Zweibrücken, both in and out of the classroom. And we gather twice yearly to thank them for their efforts, to show that we appreciate their hard work and their sacrifice. And many of these assemblies in the past, we have had speakers from the community, and they have always done a magnificent job. But for this assembly, we've decided to have one of our own students speak. The young man that we have invited to speak to you today is in many ways remarkable. Now, who else finds the time to put on a coat and tie every day that comes to school? And who plays the piano with quite so much flair, or quite so often, yet still maintains a perfect grade point average? And who else can say that he has won the Veterans of Foreign Wars Voice of Democracy competition? From the nearly 500,000 entrants from 8,000 schools around the United States, this young man emerged with the winning speech. He plans to study cinematography, but I think he also has certain political ambitions which I believe he might just share with us today. He is a credit to himself and his family and has brought much credit to Zweibrücken High School. We are indeed proud of his accomplishments and very pleased that he will be sharing his winning Voice of Democracy speech with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rick Speer.
Democracy speech that I'm going to be delivering for you today is the same speech that I delivered in March in Washington, D.C. to 2,000 people. It's the same speech that I'll be delivering in June, both in Orlando and in Chicago, to respectively 4,000 and 15,000 people. But let me tell you this. Although you may not realize it, the 900 of you who are in this audience right now mean far more to me than those other thousands. For 5 years, I've attended Zwei High, and I can say to you, without pause, hesitation, or any type of shame, I love this school. That's why when I met President Reagan on March 4th, the first words I said to him were, "Mr. President, greetings from Dodge, Germany, and Zweibrücken American High School." He replied, President Reagan replied, "Well," seriously though, when I first heard about the Voice of Democracy competition from Mrs. Carter, for 9 years has been a sponsor on the school level here at Zwei High, I thought to myself, Rick, you're crazy, you're insane. There's no way you could win this thing with so many people up against you. Well, I almost convinced myself not to compete, and as you can imagine, I'm very glad that I didn't follow that impulse. I learned a lesson from my near mistake, and I hope that you'll let me share that lesson with you right now. If you participate in the VOD contest next year, and I strongly encourage you to do that if you'll be around, or in whatever competitive endeavors in which you partake, never say to yourself, "It can't happen to me." It can happen to you. What I thought was unthinkable happened to me, and all it took was a little motivation, a little thought, and a little time. And I do mean a little time. I wrote my Voice of Democracy speech in 3 hours, which is translated into $16,000 in Washington and 4,000 more from the Department of Europe and local VFW posts. Now, I had nothing better to do, so I computed this little statistic that $20,000 divided by 3 hours is about $6,700 an hour, or slightly better than minimum wage. For this financial aspect, I encourage you all to participate in the VOD program next year, but also for other reasons, perhaps more important. I had the privilege of touring our nation's capital with 52 very interesting young people. I might add, among them, some very lovely young ladies. But, I saw our national monuments, went to the opera, the theater, and I had the privilege of meeting senators, representatives, and of course the big guy himself, President Reagan. Oh, excuse me, Ronnie. I forgot on a first name basis. Another opportunity for which I was very grateful was getting to talk with so many of our nation's brave war veterans. Speaking with these American heroes, I realized what great personal sacrifices they've made over the years to protect our liberty. I realized that we, of this generation, we who have never tasted the sting, steel, and sweat of wartime combat, must be partners in patriotism with these brave heroes who risked their lives so that liberty can live. I'm sure you know that the Constitution of the United States guarantees us many rights. In fact, seniors, if you were in Ms. Scholten's government class, you took a test on that document today. But there is one right that no American has: the right to take his liberty for granted. 2 years ago, I traveled to the communist bloc country of Romania, where there is no liberty to be taken for granted. On the day I toured the capital, Bucharest, our Romanian tour guide took the group to a restaurant where we had the pleasure of dining on fat soup. You see, there was a shortage of meat at the time, and when our goulash came, we found inside not big, juicy chunks of meat, but rather bristly pieces of pure fat. It's wonderful, really, but over this delicious delicacy, the tour guide and I began talking. I always like to talk with the people when I go to different countries, and I was probing her mind to see what she really thought of the communistic regime under which she and her countrymen had been forced to live. Well, when she began attacking the United States government, I knew that she had been very, very well indoctrinated. In fact, I can still hear her talking to me right now. "You hypocritical Americans," she said, "what has your democracy given you? Poverty, crime, racism, and the greatest national debt in the world." Well, I tried to break in, but my communistic comrade was on a roll. "You and your freedom, you Americans are nothing but sentimental fools. Well, I put down my spoon very calmly, looked at that woman and said to her, "Madam, I've never denied the possibility that Americans may be sentimental fools. But by God's right, we're free sentimental fools. And we're free to be as sentimental or as foolish as we darn well please." Third eyed looked at me. She looked down at her fat suit. Took a bite and didn't say another word to me the entire evening. But from the strange look on her face, I could deduce that she didn't exactly enjoy the rest of her fat suit, which was a shame because Rolaids in Romania are about as scarce as sunshine in Zweibrücken. Anyway, we have Rolaids in America, and whether you realize it or not, we also have freedom, and I'd be inclined to think that freedom is the more necessary of the two. Probably. In all earnestness, though, the message is clear. We cannot take liberty for granted. Not now, not tomorrow, not a week from now, not ever. In a sea of socialism, communism, malevolent dictatorship, and anarchy, America is an island of democracy where freedom reigns. You and I and the armed forces and all Americans are the defenders, the champions, the protectors of freedom. We must work together as partners in patriotism to spread the message of global liberty. This is the message I spread when I was in Washington, D.C. This is the message I'll spread in Orlando. This is the message I'll spread in Chicago. This is the message I'll spread in Nashville. This is the message I'll spread in my films. And once I'm content that the international cinema-going audience has heard what I have to say, this is the message, the concept, that I'll turn into reality when, in the year 2026, I run for, and with your help, am elected to the office of President of the United States. Of global liberty. A vote for civil liberties, for governmental reform, for the ideals of republicanism, limited government and free enterprise, for more jobs, more money for public education, more respect in foreign affairs, more gradual nuclear disarmament, more peace, and less taxes. On election day, in the year 2026, the seniors in this room will be 56 years old. In other words, it's going to be time to break out the Jerry's Hall. But in that far off time, we're not going to be together as we are now in this room, in this gym, in this school. We'll be spread off across the world with richly varied lifestyles and occupations. But I hope we will be united in two ways. In our common Trojan heritage, shared in spirit from our school days from good old Zwei High, and in your choice for president in the year 2026, Rick Speer. I'm going to deliver to you now my Voice of Democracy speech, the topic America's Liberty, Our Heritage. But before I do, let me thank you all for the support, encouragement, and enthusiasm you've shown me over the last 5 years. 16 days from now, when I leave Germany behind, I'll take with me very fond memories of Zwei High, of you. And although I'll be thousands of miles away, I'll continue to hold you in my heart as my admired peers, my future voters, my friends, but most of all, as my fellow partners in patriotism. It is, and yet it is not. It is a glimmer of hope for mankind, and yet it is not unlike the Holy Grail, perfection, but somehow just out of reach, except in America. It is an idea which is our birthright, and yet it has been contemplated through the millennia by men and women who have asked themselves, what is it? What is that sacred but elusive idea that we know as liberty? Is liberty a bell, like that famous bell of Philadelphia, which, though cracked, still tolls the golden notes of freedom? If liberty were just a bell, then the Tsar Kolokol bell in the Kremlin, just outside of Moscow, would also be a symbol of personal freedom. And since this bell in the Soviet Union weighs 193 tons, making it the largest bell on the face of the earth, we would expect it to produce far more liberty than our own special bell in Philadelphia. But from the rusty bronzen throat of the Tsar Kolokol bell, we do not flow the blessed melodies of liberty. Is liberty then a statue, like that world-renowned statue of ours in New York Harbor, which holds aloft a glowing torch and gazes out at the tired, masses which long to immigrate to the great land of freedom? If liberty were just a statue, then the Brancusi statue in the Milopolny Museum of Art in Bucharest, Romania, would also be a symbol of personal freedom. The Brancusi statue, like our own, is that of a woman standing, holding in her upraised hand a torch. But from this torch do not radiate the blessings. Clearly, liberty is more than merely a statue or bell. But if it is not made out of iron or marble or fashioned out of any kind of inanimate matter, then why did it matter so much to Patrick Henry that he demanded death as its only alternative? The people of the present join those of the past in asking, what is liberty? Besides just a word that sounds good with and justice for all. Liberty is the precious heirloom of our heritage, bequeathed by our nation's courageous founding fathers to every man, woman, and child fortunate enough to be a United States citizen. To secure personal freedom and liberty as our birthrights, the brave soldiers of our armed forces have fought and toiled in the face of incredible resistance since the founding of our great nation over 210 years ago. They've helped keep liberty alive in America. All our citizens have kept our land a vestige of hope in a world where the freedoms of speech, press, and religion are as rare as flawless diamonds. America has made it her mission to see the day when all the world's people will enjoy the same inalienable rights guaranteed to us by the brave, brilliant men and women of our heritage. Thanks to them, America is the champion of liberty, a nation founded on that noble principle and dedicated to translating the ingenious philosophy of our forefathers directly into reality every day of the year. Chilton said, liberty will not descend to a people must raise themselves to liberty. How very true, and how very many times in our history America has raised herself to this most priceless of all commodities. However, simply recognizing the triumphs of our past is not enough. The fact that George Washington heroically crossed the Delaware, that Elizabeth Cady Stanton crusaded for women's rights, that Martin Luther King Jr. peacefully rallied for racial equality, these deeds of vision and valor mean nothing if we of the present are content to coast along on the ever-waning momentum of the past. We face the perpetual responsibility of keeping liberty alive and well, if not through extraordinary or heroic feats, then through quiet, dedicated patriotism in everything we do. The young people of today face this noble duty, along with the middle-aged and the elderly. Indeed, all Americans share the same ultimate challenge. To ensure that one day our Statue of Liberty will be joined by the Tsar Kolokol bell, by the Brancusi statue of Romania in radiating freedom to all who gaze upon their torches. To ensure that one day our Liberty Bell will be joined by the Tsar Kolokol bell of Moscow, and that all the world's other bells, from Belfast to Belgrade to Leningrad, will ring out in unison and toll the harmonious chorus of liberty, the precious heirloom of our heritage.
Well, it's at this time that we move into the presentation of the various academic awards, in which the faculty recognizes the efforts and the achievements of these students who are sitting behind me today. And so, without any further ado, I'll just, let's see, let's have Mr. Jones up here first, please, if we could, representing the math department. Let's see here. The American Junior High School Mathematics Examination, a special certificate for third place awarded to Jason Peckham. Let's keep this moving here. For the Junior High School Mathematics Examination second place, we have two award recipients here from the school, and that would be Travis Cantrell and Heather Pepin. Oh yeah, when you receive your award, up on the risers here, okay, if you would please. Hold the basket together. And don't hide the back, don't hide behind. For the American Junior High School Mathematics Examination, first place here at Zweibrücken awarded to Janet Wilson. Ms. Wilson is making a film and will be unable to attend. Oh, wrong. Sorry. In the High School National Mathematics Award winner, first place here at Zweibrücken High School, Derek Meyer. For achievement in praiseworthy achievement in mathematics 7, Monica Marquez. Praiseworthy achievement in pre-algebra, Jason Sawyer. Praiseworthy achievement in pre-algebra, Bridget Yosting. Praiseworthy achievement in computers, James Conley. Praiseworthy achievement in basic algebra, DJ Oleski. Praiseworthy achievement in consumer mathematics, Diana Lentz. Praiseworthy achievement in Algebra 1, Tanya Boulay. Praiseworthy achievement in Algebra 1, Daniela Castro. Praiseworthy achievement in Geometry, Eric Mays. Praiseworthy achievement in Geometry, Tom Vanderbroek. Praiseworthy achievement in Algebra 2, Jim James. Praiseworthy achievement in Algebra 2, Corey Golson. Praiseworthy achievement in trigonometry and analytic geometry, Misty Pepin. Praiseworthy achievement in trigonometry and analytic geometry, Chris Campbell. Praiseworthy achievement in calculus, and the winner of the Outstanding Mathematics Student for 1988. This is the third year in a row that this young man has won one of these awards from the math department, and that is Mr. Torrey Woodhouse. Now these are all of the people who during this school year have distinguished themselves in the area of mathematics. Today is Social Studies, represented by Department Chairman Ms. Scholten.
For praiseworthy achievement in Social Studies 7, Teresa Robertson. Also for Social Studies 7, Angela Stringer. For praiseworthy achievement in Social Studies 8, Jennifer Haas. And a second award for Social Studies 8, Susan Binns. For praiseworthy achievement in World Regions, James Conley. For praiseworthy achievement in World History, David Zuckerman. For praiseworthy achievement in United States history, Marcus Carter. Also for United States history, Jennifer Metters. And a third award in United States history to Monica Notes. For praiseworthy achievement in United States government, Paul Mullis. For outstanding achievement in United States government, Gisela Pagolfi. There's one other award for United States history. Mr. Nukala forgot to type the certificate. That goes to Nicole Larrabee. Additionally, in the Social Studies Department, we have a couple of activities which regularly give awards. The first of these are for praiseworthy achievement in Model United States Senate, Paul Mullis. And Monica Notes. And for outstanding achievement in Model United Nations, first-year student Misty Pepin. And every year there's a special award that comes from the Dodge Germany office for the outstanding delegate at the Model United Nations in The Hague, the Netherlands, And this year, the recipient is Derek Meyer.
These are award recipients in the area of social studies.
They sure have changed since.
Our next area is the area of aesthetics, and these awards are going to be presented by Mr. Nukala.
Praiseworthy achievement in Spanish 2 Monica notes. For praiseworthy achievement in French 2, Michael Collins. Praiseworthy achievement in video, Neil Carpenter. Praiseworthy achievement in art, Randy Webb. For praiseworthy achievement in art, Sherry Hale. For outstanding work in German 1, Steve McIntosh. For outstanding work in German 1, Sanchu Lohina. For praiseworthy achievement in German 2, Chris Jones. Praiseworthy achievement in German 2, Tanya Cantrell. For praiseworthy achievement in French 1, Lisa Rendy. For outstanding achievement in chorus, David McCraney.
I think I'll give his dad a copy of this.
Outstanding achievement in band, and I believe she also has a presentation to make to Dr. Middleton. If you come forward, Emily Grove.
and you really don't get anything, but the city gives the school a plate. And since I was the only one who went through Zweibrücken, I of course got it. And I want to give it to the school to show that, I know it sounds a lot of people don't think a lot of bands, but because it's small and it may not be very good, but all the God's bands are small, just like ours. And I just want to use it to the school.
And these are all of our athletic students here.
How did language get into the sentence? That's an interesting.
The next awards are in the Air Force Junior ROTC program, will be presented by Colonel Scholten.
Shoulder is getting sore. No, that's okay. Oops.
Some of the recipients are, at least one I know, is not here because typically the junior ROTC unit is representing our school with a color guard at Hauptstätten today. But at any rate, what these awards represent are outstanding academic achievement in Air Force Junior ROTC for each level. We have the first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. The first year recipient is Marcus Carter. The second year recipient is Teresa Jones. Third year recipient is dear Tori Woodhouse. Fourth year recipient is also not here, Richard Farley. He's our current commander. We'd like to call another person forward to make an announcement, though. Corey Means, please. Corey Means will be, making an announcement for the first time, will be the commander of our organization next August when we come to school.
So, our ROTC achievers, thank you. Vocational and career education, and these awards will be presented by Mr. Sturban.
Vocational Education Department, let me present these awards to the following people for being so outstanding. Teresa Duncan, counting 2. Lonnie Bloss, typing 1. Stephanie Young, typing 1. Home economics, 8th grade. seat. Please be Interior Decorating, Home Economics Department. Brian Dubuque for praiseworthy achievement in child development. Let us commend Mike Arnold for praiseworthy achievement in auto mechanics. Let us all commend Mark Heisman for praiseworthy achievement in electronics 1. We have Danny Barton up here and praise him for outstanding achievement in electronics 2. Let's call again Derek Meyer for praiseworthy achievement, this time in electronics 3. Let us all commend Jay Lyle, the 8th grader, for praiseworthy achievement in industrial arts. Jay Lyle. Let us commend Barry Svetman for praiseworthy achievement in CWE. Let's give him an applause for his praiseworthy achievement also in CWE. Let's now commend Mike Wall for praiseworthy achievement in technical drawing 1.
We have several of our students who represented our school at the Dodge Journey Technology Fair. Approximately 500 Dodge students and 31 instructors from 25 schools traveled to the Heidelberg offices to participate. Zweibrücken High School was represented by 32 students, and all of these students are congratulated by Mr. Sturbank for their active participation and outstanding behavior. Now, they have already received these awards, but we do want to mention them here today. For technical drawing and mechanical portfolio level 2, first place to Houston McCord, and second place to Mike Hoyle. In the area of technical drawing and architecture portfolio level 2, high school, second place was awarded to Chris Wasson. In the area of technical drawing and mechanical drafting skills contest, level 2, for high school, the fourth place winner was from our school, and that's Mike Hoyle. And in the individual project, honorable mention in the area of cabinet making to Brett Smith. Alrighty, in the area of automotive technology for group project and display, our particular student won first place out of all of them. And Mr. Sturbank will be presenting them with that award today, and that would be James Baker, Sherry Curtis, Danny Mulcahy, Jeff Hahn, Mike Arnold, Joe Clifton, Rich Stallmaker, and Frank Warwick. This is the first place on the list of automotive technology group project and display. Dr. Middleton here please to accept the presentations from these young people. From Mike Armour.
On behalf of all the automotive students from Zwei High American High School that participated in the tech fair this year, we would like to present the school with this plaque commemorating first place.
So these are our award recipients in the area of career and vocational education. We have two, it's shorter every time. We have two special awards from the Triad program for two students who have been very much involved in the Triad program here since its inception in our school. And these two awards today to Nicole Larrabee and Chris Campbell. So thank you, Nicole and Chris. And in the area of student resources, Mr. Segrist has a couple of presentations to make. Mr. Segrist?
Before I make my presentations, I would like to tell Mr. Speer that some of us on this faculty are in that age group that he was speaking of, and we still have quite a bit of vitality, and we don't need any geritol. The resource area is an area that well, we're assisting students that need some special help. All of us have strengths and weaknesses. Mine happens to be in anything mechanical. I can take a radiator cap off, but I can't get it back on. The students that come to the resource area, it isn't that they can't learn, it's just that nature's made it more difficult for them. And so I'm really proud that these two students have achieved beyond what was predicted for them. Michelle Kukulan, a ninth grader. And Melissa Knight, 11th grader. I think she was too embarrassed to come.
In the area of science, the award will be presented today by Department Chairman Dr. Purser.
Move along as fast as we can because we have more awards still to come. For life science in the 7th area, we have Bridget Yosting as the first. Teresa Robertson, we'd like to call up as well, also for achievement in life science 7 Count School. I'm not sure if it's Stephen or not, but he has exceeded all expectations in terms of the Earth Science A program. Is Stephen here this morning? We have Kim Jacobs coming up now, Kimberly Jacobs for physical science. Anthony Higdon is also meritorious in terms of the physical science program. Corey Goldson is one of our writer students and has excelled in biology this semester. Stephanie Mays, we're going to ask to come up for the Science, Technology, and Society course. In the area of chemistry, we have Chris Campbell coming up for a award. We have Ed Rio coming up for physics. We received from the Boston Loan Company an award for cumulative excellence in the science department area to be awarded to a junior. Now, this student is allowed to compete for a scholarship in their senior year. And the winner of the award this year from the Boston Loan Company, the junior science student, is Frank Stevens. To be outdone, the science department would like to award a special award to the seniors who have the cumulative record showing the greatest praiseworthy achievement. And for this year, we have selected Stephanie Mays. We have approximately 12 outstanding science students standing in front of you this morning. We want to give those a second round of applause.
Telling time.
And in the area of English, these awards will be presented today by Ms. Holman.
For praiseworthy achievement in English 7, Lori Finn. For praiseworthy achievement also in English 7, Derek Ryan. For praiseworthy achievement in talent pool English 7, Bridget Yosting. The award for English 8, Jennifer Haas. And another award for English 8, Cheryl Swetman. The award for praiseworthy achievement in talent pool English 8, Travis Cantrell. The outstanding student, one of them in English 9, is James Conlon. Praiseworthy achievement in talent pool English 9, Kim Jacob. Praiseworthy achievement in English 10, Rosa Gunther. And also in English 10, Mike O'Neill. Jennifer Lyles. And for Talent Pool English 11, Misty Pepin. Praiseworthy Achievement in British Literature, Emily Ansell. Praiseworthy Achievement in Practical English 12, Michelle Catron. The outstanding student in speech is Paul Woods. And the award for my favorite shot putter is Ella Trigofi.
And these are our award winners from the English department.
During the 2.5 years that I have been at Zwei, I have always felt very welcome. It was a big honor for me last year to be selected by you guys as the student council president. And this job, it has not been very easy. Talk to Mr. Nukala about that one. But it is one that I have thoroughly enjoyed. It has also prepared me for the future. And with my political endeavors, Rick Speer is not the only one who's been going to politics. Politics is because of the surprisingly large amount of politics that come into play in the everyday life here at Zweibrücken. I do hope that the future of Zweibrücken will be different. Although none of us can see into the future, I'm sure it will only hold the best. One more thing, and I will never forget Zweibrücken, and I hope you won't either. And please, one more thing, please excuse us seniors for being rowdy because we only have 4 more days left. The Vice President, Jeff Wright. Where's Jeff? Jeff, where's Jeff? And the treasurer will be Jennifer Meadows. Thank you.
And I certainly want to thank Imani and all of the other student council officers and class officers who worked very hard this year to make this a good year at our school. At this point in time, I want to, Mrs. Nielsen has a special announcement here about some special recognition for 3 of our young ladies, scholar athletes here at the school. So, Ms. Nielsen.
Get used to walking in heels, usually a tennis shoe. This is the first year that Dodge Germany has established what we call an academic all-conference team. And not only do these people have to be named to an all-conference team in sport, but they also have to be on their honor roll or academically 3.2 or better in their class. And I just received 3 certificates, so these 3 people will come forward. Amy Tanner. Rosella Pagopi. And Carrie Grazer. Thank you.
At this point in time, Mr. Armstrong, on behalf of the school, officially would like to recognize and announce the two students who will be our salutatorian and valedictorian for the class of 1988. The salutatorian for the class of 1988, Mr. Paul Mullis. And the valedictorian for the class of 1988, Mr. Rick Speer. Please. I know you've been very patient with this, but you know, these people have worked a long time for these awards, and so we need a little more of your patience so that we can give them the praises that they're due. We know that we're blessed with many good students at this school. Now that comes as no surprise to no one. For those of us who work with these students daily, both in and out of the classroom, also know that many of these students are actively involved in their education. They are not passive recipients, ones who simply sit and wait for things to come to them. Rather, they have used their time to lead their classmates to even greater achievements. They have excelled on the playing courts and in the classrooms. They have shown their classmates that hard work and a willingness to sacrifice time and effort can produce results. They've been active in student government, served as leaders in many school clubs and organizations. They have combined the principles of leadership, service, and citizenship, and yet maintained separate personalities and identities. They have brought honor and distinction to our school through their actions, and today we seek in our own way to thank them. Grade point averages are numbers. Class rankings are numbers. But these students have gone beyond numbers, but they have built the intangibles in their lives. The faculty of this school want very badly to find some way to say thank you to those who have truly demonstrated the qualities of leadership, service, and citizenship throughout this past school year. In that hope, we have instituted the Trojan Pride Award to be given annually to students who, in the opinion of the faculty, truly bring credit to our school and to themselves. This is the one award that we as a faculty can give. It is our one opportunity to show you our gratitude for your work during the past year. The group of people that we honor today with our first set of Trojan Pride Awards is as fine a group of young people as you would ever want to see. They range from 7th grader to senior, from volleyball setter to basketball dribbler, from class president to ROTC commander. Each of these students was nominated by a member of our faculty. All nominees were then rated for the qualities of leadership, service, and citizenship by the faculty. And we are proud today to announce the first recipients of the Trojan Pride Award. John Bennett. Jewel Morton. Imani Breaker. Heidi Decker. Rick Speer, who is not here with us today. Kim Foster. Jennifer Haas. Lori Heinzman. Teresa Jones is also unable to be here today. Nicole Larrabee.
Long walk.
Corey Manus. Amy Moss. Stephanie Mays. Jennifer Metters. Derek Meyer. Paul Mullis. Rosella Pagopi. Misty Pepper. Rick Speer. Amy Tanner. And Bridget Yost. Each of these students has received an original etching created especially for the Trojan Pride program by Chrissy Feesby under the guidance of Mr. Reed. So we do want to thank Chrissy and Mr. Reed for their efforts. For those of you up here who are leaving us soon, we thank you for your many contributions during this past school year. And for those of you who will be returning, we look forward to seeing you up here again next year after another year of sharing your talents and energies with your classmates. Thank you.
Got it to this scholarship.
Point in time, we are moving into the awarding of our various scholarships to our seniors. Our first scholarship announcement from the AKA sorority, a representative, Ms. Veronica Bedell, is here to announce their award recipient.
On behalf of the Alpha Sorority Incorporated, chapter here in West Germany, we would like to present a $1,000 scholarship to Audrey Chantel Lewis. 1978, our organization has been here in Europe. Since 1978, we have given over $20,000 worth of scholarships. The ladies that reside in the Zweibrücken area were very proud to have a recipient from this area, and we would like to extend an hand to all the future seniors to please apply for the scholarship, because we love to give it to people who come from Zweibrücken.
All right, if I could, at this point in time, I am going to, if I can find my note, turn the program over to Mrs. Margie Zumbel, who is the secretary of the Zweibrücken American High School Community Scholarship Association, and Mr. Nielsen, who is the treasurer of that organization. They will be announcing our scholarship winners for 1988.
This association was organized several years ago for the goal of providing merit scholarships to the graduating seniors of this high school. At this time, I would like to thank the organizations who have donated money for the scholarships this year. Our funds come only from donations. We thank the Kreuzberg Officers and Civilians Wives Club, Kreuzberg NCO and Enlisted Members Wives Club, Hermison's Officers and Civilians Wives Club, Hermison's NCO and Enlisted Members Wives Club, Zweibrücken Air Base Officers Wives Club, Zweibrücken Enlisted Spouses Club, and also the Zweibrücken High School Student Council. Thank you very much for the time. The recipients for these scholarships are selected primarily on the basis of academic achievement. Emphasis is also placed on involvement in school activities, community activities, volunteer work, and job experience. The scholarship funds are to be used in the coming year for either academic or for vocational education. We had 37 applicants this year, and we were very impressed with all of them, the high grades and the amount of involvement in the Zweibrücken community is a great benefit to us all. Last year, we were able to give 17 awards for a total of $12,050. This year, we're very pleased to be able to give 18 awards for a total of $12,550. I'll now present these awards. For a $400 scholarship award for Sam Conley. $400 scholarship for Timothy Morris. $400 scholarship for Cynthia Coleman. $600 award for Carrie Greaser. A $600 award for Imani Breaker. $600 award for Timothy Martin. $600 for Richard Barber. $600 scholarship for Karen Vanderbrook. $600 award for Nicole Larrabee. $600 scholarship for Amy Tanner. $750 award for Stephanie Mays. $750 award for Derek Meyer. A $1,000 award for Corey Woodhouse. The $1,000 award for Paul Mullins.
Must be getting into some big ones now.
$1,000 award to Rosella Fagoki. And it will come as no surprise, our top award, $1,850 for Rick Speer. Our congratulations to all of these recipients.
We'd like to thank you very much. Sometimes we know that it's a little long for you to sit for almost 2 hours, but I'm going to ask you to stay seated for just a couple more minutes and ask the parents to now please leave. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
How you doing, Kyle?
No. They don't?
Busted. You in the last of the school or something?
Yeah.
The microphone's off.
No, it turned on.
The famous Zwei High football stadium.
Yeah, well, we went to the game 15 minutes late after it ended. We lost.
Call it Dick Cat.
I can.
No, I don't. Yes, he does.
Dyed his hair, Dad.
I call you the fat kitty. Yeah, we got you.
Is that Mr. Scholten?
No. I don't know, someone. Woman.
It was a man.
Oh.
At the beginning of the assembly.
Oh yeah, that was Armstrong. James.
Ah, your sister won, you know.
Yeah.
She must be pretty smart.
India? Yeah, she is.
job.